I became a lawyer because my father was a lawyer and his brother following him was also a lawyer. But I was not prepared for the societal obligations that are cast on a lawyer and a judge in a society which is largely illiterate, which is poor, and which may be neglected in some ways, especially the women and children. So I started private practice because my father passed on, God rest his soul, and I took over his farm. And in this practice, then at that time in the late 1980s, I was one of the few women who practiced law. So the duty to represent indigent women through our Association of Women Lawyers fell on us. So we represented a lot of these women, and that's when my eyes really opened to the gigantic task we face. We have a lot of women out there who are bonded, who are shackled in bonds of the patriarchal society. They have no rights, they have no say, they have no means. So I started representing these women and vowed to make a difference in their lives. And that's also how I became a judge at the national level, because I thought that if I joined the bench, I could make decisions really that could uplift these women. And one of the decisions that gives me a lot of pleasure in recalling involved a woman who was married customarily to this man for 30 years. And this man was denying the marriage. He was denying that she was entitled to anything. He just wanted to send her on the street, without a thing. So I declared the marriage valid, and of course, her entitlement to matrimonial property. Now, I like other speakers have said, we as women, even when we are educated, we lack the confidence to take bold steps to further our careers. So to become an international judge, I needed a prod from our Association of International Judges. I was prodded by the then president who founded the organization. He said, why don't you try? I said, but do I qualify, really? I mean, I've never been anywhere, I've never done anything, and so on and so forth. But this lady pushed me, and we all need this nudge. We need to push women to take the bold step, to go further than where they are, because we are capable. Society has decided to judge us differently. We are not clothed with the same intelligence as the men, even when we are trained and educated, probably more than them. So there's a presumption of incompetence on all of us. So then we have to struggle very hard. Even when we get the jobs, we have to work twice as hard before we are accepted as women leaders. And as leaders, we are placed under a microscope. When a lady makes a mistake, it's magnified and it's closed door for all the women folk to be depicted like they are nonsense, they are illogical, they are emotional, they are not fit for public office and so on. But the society is very permissive of men's foibles, even magnified ones. They wink at them. Nobody wants to say anything. They continue in office. So we have really a very, very hard task ahead of us as women. We have to fight for our own, and we all must join the battle. We have to hold those who are behind us and push those who are ahead of us to go ahead. So the obstacles, obviously, every woman has found obstacles. We are all discriminated, no matter what position we hold. You are first discriminated as a student, then you are discriminated as a lawyer. And I'll give you 2 examples because my time is almost up. I was the founding president of the African Law Society, which brings together all law societies in East Africa. And we prepared a document, chose an office where we are going to be stationed, which is Arusha, because it's the East African community capital, and called all these lawyers to approve the document. They asked us questions, all sorts of questions, and because I was the president, the burden fell on me to answer those questions, most of them. Now, after everybody was satisfied and the document was adopted, the Kenyan lawyer approached me and said, for the first time, I've understood why you were elected president. I had passed the exam. Otherwise, he didn't trust the colleagues who had given me the power until he himself thought that I passed the exam he set for me. The other example is when you want to be promoted or you want to go for international service, the roadblocks that are put in your path. People of goodwill exist in this world, and they come and remove the roadblocks and you go through. But the bosses who are our bosses put the biggest stumbling blocks in our path, and that's not good for us. So we need to get rid of all these shackles, and we need your help, and we need more judges and all the chief justices, and with all due respect, we need more women chief justices. Why are all the chief justices male? You know, we need female chief justices to bring perspectives, and I'm proud to stand here as one of the judges of the International Criminal Court because we have gender parity in the court. We are 8 female judges and 9 male judges at the moment. And we bring perspectives, female perspectives to justice. There are perspectives which males cannot see unless we point them out. So we represent gender representation, we represent gender perspectives, we represent gender justice. So get us on board. I thank you very much.